still, they hide these people so that way, because hey, you do this service for your quote unquote country, we fake your death for you, and you get to live happily ever after, and no one ever thinks to question it. Harvey Weinstein, him, all of these people, like, and it's so crazy because they say that they're going to do that. They tell you that that's what's going to happen, and then these people pop up dead, and it sounds like you're a crazy person, and I'm a crazy person because I'm telling them, like, oh wow, I can't believe they actually popped up dead because they tell you beforehand that this is how they're going to handle the situation, and then next thing you know, all of a sudden, and these people actually quote unquote die, but they don't really die. Like I said, there's no way. Like I can tell you whatever I would like for you to hear, but the truth of the matter is that I basically have this way of presenting data to work in my favor, even if I know for a fact that the true data is not at all work in my favor, and it would make me look like crummy individual. You're not really going to do much about it because you're not going to question me if I tell you someone's dead. You're not going to ask me why all this stuff happens to people. Oh, he's already dead. Same with, okay, 9/11 and these bombers. How did they have all the information? And like, this greater power really has like painted my entire soul, but not really because I already knew. But it's just giving me the factual information to coincide with what I already knew. And it's like they were finding like the identification and the passports of the people. How do you find the passport of somebody that was on a plane that was completely burned up? Like how? Okay, how does the passport drop somewhere with no type of indication of any type of singes or anything like that? And it just ironically shows up right where we needed to be able to
Of course,
identify.
of course.
Like that's like come on. And then these people, for them to all be trained by United States, that right there is indication number one that is nonsense. Because every single one of them were trained to fly in the United States. They're like United States are training suicide bombers. Like all of that stuff is the same exact. Like I said, with Osama bin Laden, they hit his body. They made it seem like, yeah. I mean, it's simple. It's simple to make a replica of clone. They're doing it now. They're doing it. And if anything, they use times like that to be able to do it quicker. To be able to like, let me just test it. Let me see if this is gonna work. Let me see how well I can fool people. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no one's really asking to see the burned up bodies. In
Yeah.
fact, the body's burned up. There's nothing to see. So there's not really much to question.
Well, just so that you guys can sleep better at night, okay? The on May 16, 2014, the White House announced the CIA will no longer use vaccination programs as a cover for espionage. So,
Why would we have no longer? Why do we have to?
so,
Right, right.
so freaking feel at ease. Your government's out to take care of you.
Oh yeah,
They got
definitely.
your
Oh,
back.
Lord of mercy. Of course. As they always have, your best interest at the forefront and no ulterior motives or hidden agendas whatsoever. I'm saying this.
Don't ask why we would have to enact this or put this in
Right.
on the books. So
From now, this point on.
just understand that we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
From 2014 on. Do not question what happened from 2014.
The only reason why they
No
did that,
questions.
the only reason why they did that was because there was like multiple attacks in Pakistan on vaccine or areas, so they were getting hit,
Stayed.
and they decided that they needed to make an official statement. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Your country is good on the cover up. Let me just tell you, you people's country is so good with the cover up. And I say you people because I will validate and I will always promote my
Hey, now.
sovereignty.
This is this is about
Your country.
this is about unity here, man.
No, this is your country, not my country. I don't live here. I'm in a nigga.
This is about coming together as one, not about our differences, but about us.
I
as
will
a
never
whole.
agree with this. This country is so full of trash, and it gets to be
Diversity.
so annoying
It's
because
diversity.
they pretend that they're so legit and everything for years.
Well,
They're
that's
doing it for me. They have to do it for me.
that government thing, man. I mean, people get suckered into it so much, and it's so easy for them to fall for, So that's all I'm going to do when it comes to the vaccine. You guys want to start getting into COVID now?
I thought that was kind of touching the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm actually, I gotta get heading, so
All right.
y'all can cover the COVIDs, the convids, or the pandemic,
Well, I was-
scandemic, whatever you want to call it.
I was wanting to talk about the Wuhan Institute and see if you guys, what your thoughts were on that.
I haven't heard.
It's all part of the play. You know, it's a big orchestrated play.
Yeah.
It's an illusion,
Now,
trickery.
you know what the Wuhan Institute was, right?
Yeah,
That was that research
Virology.
facility that was like maybe 6 miles away from Wuhan, the ground zero where COVID
right.
was
Where
supposed to start.
where they claimed it was the wet market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard stories that the lead researcher, the female that was involved in all that, actually was disappeared. Like, they don't know where she is now. She just kind of
What?
vanished. Yeah. And the weird part about it is that was their freaking that was their research. That research institute, they specialized in researching COVID. You know, I mean,
And have you been hearing about all the people that have been speaking out against what was going on? There was a scientist. I just watched this documentary, and of course, he didn't want to say his name. He didn't want to be identifiable. And he was discussing about how they had to do stuff. Each one of them had to do little components to kind of put the whole, I don't know what to say, but the whole quote unquote vaccination together. They had to do some type of like every scientist had their little part to play. So they never told you exactly what your part or what your role in the situation was. You just knew that you were developing this aspect, and then the next person was developing this aspect. And then it was crazy because it got so far out of hand that literally you don't find out until after it's too late. Like
What I'd like to say about the whole COVID situation is all the dancing nurses and and whoever was part of all that, all of y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. I can't believe you would sit by and act like you're doing so much and being so rushed with all these people. It's like a pandemic going on, but you got plenty of time to bust a move in the fucking dance halls and shit.
Yes,
What the
and
fuck?
TikTok. Yes, my mom was on the news with the governor getting a COVID shot. When have you ever seen massive coverage of people getting vaccinated? Oh, I gotta go.
They were keeping quiet because they were getting all kinds of COVID money that they ain't never seen before. So they were like, I'm gonna keep on doing what I just dance it off like it ain't nothing. Fucking asshole, fucking piece of shit motherfuckers.
TikTok has frustrated me beyond measure because it's literally a complete distraction for us to be able to just ignore what's actually going on around us. Because look at me, I'm so pretty and I dance so cool. And it's like I'm just tired of it. It's just like, yo, you really don't feel like it just popped out right from perfect timing. Like literally, look when it came out. TikTok got big right when the pandemic began, and it's just ironically enough was exactly what was necessary to keep people from being bored and feeling like killing themselves. And like these people like die by this shit. Like,
heroes work here. Motherfuckers.
Right, in real time. I gotta go, Roger. I don't want to go, but just talk to me.
Now, the Wuhan Institute, it was associated with Galveston National Laboratory, laboratory in Texas, and then it was also associated with another one in Canada called the National Microbiology Laboratory. So that's something else that I thought was pretty interesting.
Wait, you said Canada?
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah, I heard it was like a contract between Canada and then China.
Yep.
The Wuhan, and Fauci's a big player, and Trudeau, and it's big club, and we're not in it.
I know a lot of people's been discussing, like, what's his name, the guy that was the mayor of governor. And is that Trudeau? No, that's the guy in England.
He's the prime minister or whatever.
Yeah, he's prime minister of United States.
Canada.
Or Canada. Yeah.
Right, Canada.
And
kind of like the president.
You remember that governor of New York, the one that ended up getting fired? He's the one that was.
That's what you're talking about, Mayor Giuliani?
No, Giuliani was governor before him. He was the one that kept getting up on
Bloomberg
on stage and talking all this great stuff about COVID and what they were doing, and come to find out they were like,
you're talking about that one guy, Cuomo.
Yeah, Cuomo.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people said that he was involved in all that too. And earlier when you guys were talking about these companies having the vaccine, I would even go farther as to say they're the ones that was involved with these organizations right here from the get-go, researching
extreme amount of funding. I would like to see what their books look like around that time. Imagine them getting an excessive amount of funding, an excessive amount of investor support, or investor.
Yeah, but I think I ended up getting cut off real quick. Let me run back and hit that link real quick. Oh yeah, but yeah.
As bad as half the other diseases that are killing people consistently. Like, they make the COVID numbers look bad because they'll present it to you. They're showing it to you. They're not telling you how many people are dying of cancer, how many people are dying of AIDS, how many people are dying of heart disease, of liver malfunction.
Social media and the alternative media that has been infiltrated, and now there's probably more bad actors in the alternative movements than there are in the bullshit media.
People that go to quote unquote school,
so
they look like bad actors.
That's how the COVID crap got spread so fast, is because they used the new alternative media and pushed that narrative.
When it comes to like media and everything, that's something else that I actually wanted to bring up about this that people aren't really too aware of. Like, you guys are still there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still listening. Yeah. I'm just
okay. This is even crazier than just saying journalists, because like the first journalist who documented the Wuhan coronavirus outbreak, okay? People don't know that dude freaking vanished. He got disappeared too. So not only...
Are you kidding me?
No, he's gone. Nobody knows
where
he
is.
I got the video.
It's okay if you don't know
posted.
it now. Maybe later. Yeah.
No, I've got it posted on the chat if you guys want to check them out.
Okay, yeah, I will check it out when I get ready to go. That's why I was wondering.
It's a Chinese name, which is hard to understand. Like,
and he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Now, another woman
it's like with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency and COVID people disappearing.